So from an urban criteria standpoint, do we want a hospital that is proudly shown against a main street, or do we want to tuck that away? Do we want, from an operational standpoint, to ensure that we have redundancy of access so that if something happens in one of the streets, we can get to the hospital in another way in an emergency, for example? One of the elements is making sure that we can actually have the facility fit on the site. And we look at the nature of the site, and we want to make sure that the facility not only fits on the site, but fits in a way that makes the inside of the hospital organized in a way that is best suited for the use. Okay. So if we think of access, access comes in many forms. First of all, economic access. So is it feasible for someone to catch a cab to get to that hospital? Is it close enough for that cab fare to be reasonable? The next thing is pedestrian access. Can someone actually physically walk to the actual site and have all the sidewalk infrastructure in place for them to do so? Another element is once they've reached the site, is it easy for them from a wayfinding standpoint to understand where to go? Often if you're coming to the site, you would typically be a little stressed. That might be an understatement actually. And we want to make sure that the journey is as stress-free and as simple as possible. What happens next? So we have the criteria has been established. The steering committee is reviewing that criteria with the scenarios that have been developed for all of the sites. And from that, they will actually be looking at that component and then also getting community feedback as well.